Let's be honest with each other. You are smart, you are capable, you have the ideas, and you have the potential. You look at people succeeding, and you know you're just as intelligent as they are. So why do you keep feeling stuck in the middle? The difference is not intelligence. The reason is simple. Most people lack learned grit, the honed persistence required to turn potential into permanent reality. Rohn taught we must all suffer one of two things: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The gritty person accepts the small daily pain of discipline and avoids the long-term pain of regret. Defining grit, the unseen edges of success. Grit is the messy, often invisible engine of success. It's the sustained passion and perseverance for long-term goals. It's choosing to show up when you're tired, bored, or have failed 5 times in a row. Grit is not a one-time heroic act. It's a million small, unsexy decisions to keep going. You don't lack the brain power, you lack the consistent action. Rule 1, the foundation of purpose, the why. You can't build grit on a flimsy goal like I want to be rich. That motivation will disappear when things get hard. Grit demands a profound why, a purpose that serves as your unshakable anchor. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche said, "He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how." Let me tell you about Sarah. She was a brilliant recent graduate, and she started a non-profit with this huge naive belief to solve a massive problem. 6 months in, she was completely burned out. Her goal was abstract, hit a 5-year $100,000 funding target. It wasn't until a mentor helped her reframe her purpose as ensuring just one child eats a healthy meal today that small, personal why became the fuel that kept her showing up. Rule 2, consistency beats intensity, the habit system. You don't need to try harder, you need to be more consistent. This is the 1% edge. Brian Tracy advocates this simple truth: commit to continuous improvement. True improvement comes not from massive 10-hour workdays, but from non-negotiable tiny daily routines. Look at my friend David, who wanted to run a marathon. He failed with an aggressive start. The second time, he adopted the 1% edge commitment. Put on my running shoes for 60 seconds every morning. That tiny, consistent victory built the momentum, and a year later, he finished the marathon. Rule 3, focus on systems, not goals. You constantly update your goals, but goals are just temporary destinations. When you reach a goal, you stop. Grit requires a permanent mindset shift. Your process is the goal. Stephen Covey taught us, be principle-centered, not goal-centered. Think of Maria, a writer. Her system became write 500 words before checking email. She focused only on protecting the 500-word system. She finished the book without realizing it because her daily system, her process, was unstoppable. Rule 4, the power of the pivot. Recovery is grit. The biggest threat to grit is not failure. It's quitting after one slip-up. You break your diet once, and the whole month is ruined. That is all or nothing thinking, and it's non-gritty. The key is the speed of recovery. Zig Ziglar said it best: failure is an event, not a person. Consider Erica, a freelance content strategist who committed to writing every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. One day, she missed the entire session due to a child emergency. Her old self would have thought, the week is ruined, I'll start fresh next Monday. Instead, she immediately invoked the never miss twice rule. She couldn't get the 7 to 9 slot back, but that evening, she carved out 20 minutes to open her laptop and write something. Not the full session, but enough to prove to her brain that the system was still active and she was still committed. Rule 5, the failure reframe, data over defeat. You have the final piece of the puzzle. When you fail, your non-gritty mind says, I quit. Your gritty mind says, I just received valuable data. This reframing is the ultimate shield against the anxiety of not being good enough. Thomas Edison famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Think of Mark. He poured his life savings into a coffee shop, and it failed within 18 months. He applied the reframe. The data showed the coffee was great, product success, but the rent and location were wrong, system failure. He used that data to pivot and start a highly successful online coffee subscription service. The failure wasn't personal. It was a flawed strategy he was now smart enough to fix. The unstoppable close. The vote for your identity. You now own the full blueprint for grit. Purpose fuels the start. Consistency builds the habit. Systems replace the fleeting goals. The power of the pivot guarantees recovery. The failure reframe makes you smarter after every setback. The final truth. Your progress is not measured by the big milestones you hit. It's measured by the tiny choices you make when no one is watching. Every day is a vote for the person you are becoming. You are not just building a career or a bank account, you are building character. Close the gap between your potential and your reality. Stop waiting for the genius strike. Start practicing grit. Your courage to be consistent will beat talent every single time. Write down your single, non-negotiable 1% system for tomorrow. Commit to that daily vote. The world needs the talented, gritty person you are about to become. Subscribe to the healing mindset and let's master the unstoppable 1%.